Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and you do not know how big the smile on my face is right now, because this is Banjo Kazooie, and that's the best news all day. You know, I'm not sure if this was true in the original version, but obviously, in this game, the save files, you basically move between Banjo doing different things. One thing I'd never noticed is, when you're selecting Sleeping Banjo, and Cooking Banjo's in the background, he's just frozen, slightly creepily in time, like time has stopped unless you select him. But actually, I wonder what's happening in game file. Oh, he's still got his Game Boy. He always was playing his Game Boy. I was wondering if Microsoft might have changed that, but no, they couldn't be bothered. Rare was, of course, bought out by Microsoft in the kind of the GameCube into Xbox generation. But even so, even though this is on a Microsoft console now, even so, Banjo gets to play his Game Boy. And thus, in honor of its Nintendo origins, let's play Game 3. You know the very best thing about Rare Replay? You know how sometimes you're nostalgic for N64 games, and in your head they look one way, but when you actually play the N64, and they're very low resolution. Rare Replay basically lets you just think N64 games are as you remember them. Because this is how I remember Banjo Kazooie looking. Didn't look like this. It looked much more blurry. But I actually get to enjoy Banjo Kazooie as my memory remembers it. That is the joy of remastering. So let me tell you about the very special place this game holds in my heart, which is third ever game I played on the N64 after I got Diddy Kong Racing at its launch, and then I got GoldenEye 007, so two great games, and you'll probably also notice, also two Rare games, and then the third game I ever got was Banjo Kazooie, so another flipping Rare game. So, you know, I was a pretty damn big fan of Rare back in the day, but this was a game that, like, I hold as better than Diddy Kong Racing. Arguably, I actually enjoy this game more than I did. I think I enjoy this game more than GoldenEye 007, mainly because GoldenEye 007 got superseded by Perfect Dark in my affections. Whereas, in some ways, I feel like this game was never really bettered in terms of a Rare platformer. Ah, yes, there's the linking story, by the way. The Gruntilda has a machine that's going to drain the beauty out of Tooty. Sure, why not? So here we are in Gruntilda's lair. And yes, the way this game basically works is there are worlds. You go through the world here. You can kind of go up to this door, but the door is locked until you've solved the puzzle. At the beginning of the game, all the puzzles are right by the worlds. Later in the game, they're a bit more hidden away. So as you can see here, we've got to complete this puzzle, but I don't actually have a jigsaw piece yet. And conveniently, over on top of these rocks, right by the entrance on the left, you've got a jigsaw piece. And like everything in this game, it has eyes, it's called Jiggy the Jigsaw, and it talks to you to explain exactly what it is. Now back to why this game is so special to me. This is the first ever game I had any interest in speedrunning. I don't speedrun many games, but like, in fact, I haven't done it for a long time. I enjoy watching speedruns more than I enjoy playing them this day and age, but I used to enjoy speedrunning on occasion, and this was one of the games I had a bit of an interest in speedrunning. That doesn't mean I was good at it, by the way. It just meant that I kind of, you know, enjoyed doing it a little bit. And specifically, this was started off because back in the day, and this was back in 1997 when the internet was not so widespread and connections were very slow and access was much more limited, I used to get my gaming news from a physical magazine, from N64 magazine to be precise. And they had a Banjo Kazooie speedrunning contest. And that was what got me interested in speedrunning Banjo Kazooie. So that's what I'm going to try and do today. I'm going to try and speedrun Mumbo's Mountain. And I'm going to see how I compare to how I managed to do it. Speedrunning in this game basically means you have to 100%. You have to get all the items, all the notes, jiggies, Mumbo tokens. In order to get all the jiggies, you need to get all the Jinjos. I'll explain all this as we go along. But basically, I have not played this game in... I probably haven't played this game in at least 5 years, possibly 10. I almost certainly haven't speedrun this game for 15 years, so let's see if I can remember my exact path and if I can get it. Into Mumbo's Mountain we go. I should also point out, by the way, my route is not well optimised. My route is incredibly poor. These are Jinjos, by the way. You basically collect 5 of them for one of the Jiggies. That's a Mumbo token. We use him to transform into an animal. We'll do that later. The route I'm about to go is not a good route. There are, in fact, better routes that other people kind of developed later. But I didn't know about those, so I just got hit by a bull as well. That doesn't really matter. Right, over to the ape who's going to throw oranges at me. I need to trick him to throwing them onto these switches. There we go. I just missed the first switch. And the second. Come on. There we go. This speedrun is off to an excellent start. There we go. Number 2. And I should have grabbed the orange while I was running past him. Okay, he got the thing. And Jiggy number 1. Lovely. Yes, I know there's 10 of you. It's fine. Okay, got through the tutorials there. Now to climb up this guy's tree, get an orange, and run over in this direction. Give the orange to the chimp who scared the big ape. And yes, Orangey the orange says, yum, I'm in orange. Thank you, Orangey. Chimpy the chimp is glad that I've stolen Conga the big ape thing. Lovely. Get here, grab the second Jiggy. Unlike Super Mario 64, you didn't need to leave the world after you got a Jiggy. The Jiggies were just kind of there. Right, let's quickly learn how to fire eggs. Now, if I recall correctly, rules of speedrunning said you did need to hit the witchy switch, even though, which activates one of the 10 jigsaws that are... Wait, what do you mean? Why is the Mumbo token only just... Oh, I can't hit the witchy switch yet. I've not got the thing. Oh, maybe you do... Okay, the rules must not be, because I certainly... Oh, I've fallen off. Oh, I'm so out of practice with this game. And up top here for the Conga boss fight. You, have some eggs. And then he'll throw an orange in a second. Yep. And fire eggs. And he'll now throw 2 oranges. There we go. Oh, he actually hit me. Oh, but he didn't. He didn't actually knock me off. Oi. Go. Oi. Surrender. What's going on? Why aren't the eggs working? There we go. Alright, fine. It maybe just wasn't enough eggs. Lovely. I'm so bad at Banjo Kazooie now. So, that is Jiggy number... What is that? That's Jiggy number 3. Yep, lovely. Now, at this point, I'm going to go and get the fast walk skill, which I should have gone and got earlier, but I didn't, because apparently I'm not good enough at this game to have figured out that obviously rushing to the fast walk skill was... Oh, camera! Camera! Yes, I know. I'm trying to go up there, Bottles. I don't remember all the routes. So, yes, notes. We go and get the notes now. Get up to 100 notes. Nice and... Missed one. Come on. Notes. Nice. And quickly. And go up to the left here to a big stone circle where we can learn the fast walk skill. And where's Bottles' thing? It must be around here somewhere. Is it around the back? Come on, Bottles. Bottles, where are you? Oh, there's a Mumbo token. I'm just glad I'd forgotten where that one was. Where's Bottles? He's somewhere around here. He's got to be somewhere in this area. I swear he's somewhere in... There it is! There it is! I've completely forgotten where Bottles was. Bottles! Bottles, teach me how to do fast walk. Oh, you just have to hold both triggers. And then just... Oh, so hold both triggers, move, then you can hold either trigger and continue. So now I'm moving at not quite double speed, but still pretty fast, so that's fine. Now that I've got this, I can walk on the slippery slope we passed earlier. I'm missing all the notes, but that's fine. This requires actually a bit of skill, because you've got to kind of like zoom around without falling off the front, which I can't do anymore, but I used to be able to do. And then... Yes, this is tricky. Maybe if the camera's at the front, that'll be a little bit easier. Easier. No, maybe not. Kazooie's a little bit unpredictable and hard to control. Flip. We're losing time rapidly. My best time on the N64 was 7 minutes 33 to clear out the entirety of the thing. I think I've done all of it. Yes, okay, I've done this bit. That's good. And then I've already gone up. That's fine. I've already got the notes here. That's okay. Now, I think I'm now good to go on to what's kind of the final section. Actually, do I need to go into this section first? I can't remember what order I did this. Right, never mind. I've got another slope of notes here that I can clear out. Click, click, click. Camera! The camera was your worst enemy in this game. The camera is evil. The camera is not a good camera. Right, hang on. And then we've got more over here. We've got a Jiggy over there in a second. I'm getting a little bit better at clearing out the notes, I say, falling and failing to clear them out. And then we've got one thing. Lovely. There we go. Yeah, this takes a little bit getting used to that new system. I need to learn the bash command from Bottles. I'm not sure why I'm going around all the houses yet, as that's not necessary. Right, I call this the Beak Buster. Sorry, not the butt bash, the Beak Buster. Okay, and now we just start breaking open all the things. Oi, go away. Nobody likes you. No, go on. I haven't got used to the new controls yet. Come on. Get the note, Banjo. Banjo man, come on. Okay, now I just need to destroy all of the things. Eggs I don't care about. Up and miss. Gosh darn it. Enemy don't care about. Jinjo, that's more important. Is that 5th? That could be... No, that's not the 5th. Oh, no, I know where the last one is. The last one's underwater. You get him as you leave the level. Or at least I got him as you leave the level on my appallingly bad route. Crash all the houses. You get yourself one of these. Lovely. Wait, where are the honeycombs? Those are part of the rules, aren't they? No, wait, I remember where those are. I remember where all the honeycombs are. All I need to do is get this thing. Yep, fine. Wait, how many Mumbo tokens am I on? Hang on, I don't remember how many Mumbo tokens I'm on. And I think I need to... Yes, I'm sure you're a totem pole. And that's lovely for you. Oh, flip. Come on, no, we need to... What? No, come on. What is happening? You're supposed to be responding to the eggs. And just... And then we actually have to not take out the last one for a minute. Because we need to get on top of it to get this thing. Okay, now that that's got, because there's 2 of those per world, we can just do a little burst of 3 to get through there. Do I have all the Mumbo tokens? I really hope I do, because I don't remember if I'm supposed to have got another one yet. Or if there was another one, or is it on top? Where is it? How many have I got? 4! Uh-oh. But Mumbo, shut up. I can't remember if there's another Mumbo token in here, if it's inside the thing. Uh-oh. Where's the 5th Mumbo? And why have they changed Mumbo's design is terrifying. Okay, got up to the top. The question is, what's actually up top? Is it the 5th Mumbo token, or is it one of the things? Uh-oh. Where's the thing? If this is only eggs, is it up here? No, it's not. Flip. Panic. Don't know where item is. Maybe it's in the ant burrow, which is the one place I haven't been yet. I haven't been into the ant burrow. 5th Mumbo token. Come on. Come on, John. Remember this. You can do this. Where is the 5th Mumbo token? Is it in the ant burrow? Or, sorry, termite burrow thing. I have an odd feeling it might be. Yes! Okay, fine. Oi, go away. Okay, up here. Yeah, okay, fine. I should have popped in here on my way to the village to get the 5th token. The question is, I don't know where the other honeycomb is. I thought the other honeycomb was in his thing. The honeycombs are hidden quite well. Right, now I've got the 5 Mumbo tokens. I'm now way behind on where I should be. If I can do this in under 10 minutes, I will be thrilled. Okay, hand him the 5 Mumbo tokens from the first world and he'll turn you into a termite. Mumbo was wonderful. He basically just turned you into a thing. You can't really leave the world like this. Actually, I think you can. You can very slightly leave the world like this. But generally, yeah, you couldn't go far. In fact, I can't remember if you needed to leave... Did you need to get the... You hit the witchy switch, it activates a jigsaw piece on top of the mountain that you go into in order to get into this world. But I'm now trying to remember if there's... Oh, the camera is not helpful. Right, okay, just got to... Hello, we're friends. Where did you get those shorts? I want those shorts. I know, shorts are comfy. I got told that by a Pokemon trainer I once ran into. Okay, now... to the next level. That's just eggs. Give me that cool backpack. No, it's mine. Go away. It's my backpack. And then, okay, good. We got over that without any fault, despite the fact the camera does not cooperate that much with you. Oh, flip. Where's the second thing? Right, that's number 9. And now, oh, maybe it's in the thing. Maybe it's in the thing, because termites don't take full damage. Now I just need to go into... There's a hole here. Yes, there it is. It's the second one. That's it. That's the second one. Then down underwater. And then... Oh, flip. I think I've made a mistake, because can the termite get to that Jinjo, or was I supposed to get that Jinjo earlier? That's 100 notes. That was always my route. 100 notes. Oh, flip. I really hope the termite can make the jump over to that final Jinjo. Because I don't know if he can. That seems quite too far. Go, termite, go! Oh, no! This has all gone wrong. Can I cancel out of termite? I don't know if I can. I think the fastest way to cancel out of termite is to leave the world, come back in, get the Jinjo for the final thing. I was supposed to jump over and get that Jinjo at the beginning. Darn it. No, out of Mumbo's mountain, out of Mumbo's mountain. Screw you, get out of the way. Now I just leave this area. Yes, I know. And... Get out of that chat window so Mumbo's chat window can open. Mumbo magic's getting weak. Yep, animals can't leave. Magic go. I know magic's going to go. That's kind of what I want. Magic all gone. Must go back to bear and bird mode. That's fine. I'm a bear and a bird. That seems perfectly normal. Admittedly, Kazooie never really gets transformed in Banjo Kazooie. It's just basically Banjo gets transformed. So there's something a little bit kind of weird about the whole situation, because Banjo gets turned into a termite and he's still wearing a backpack. So what happened to Kazooie? Will we merge? Is this like kind of like, you know, The Fly? Have we been merged into one terrifying creature? And with that, we get the 10th Jiggy for Mumbo's Mountain in an incredibly inefficient run. But that was my run. The way people actually are supposed to go, yeah, you get a little special little song and dance and bow. If you do kind of 10. Oh, lovely. Couldn't make that one. Come on. Back out the level. Back out the level. And out this way. Lovely. Actually, I quite like that system of hold trigger, hold other trigger, and then move to Talon Trot. And out the level we go. That is the first level, 100% completed. That's an inefficient route. The way you're supposed to go is, in fact, the way the people who were really speedrunning this game figured out you had to go was you had to just rush to the Talon Trot. So you didn't just go over to the area where I went over to first. You just basically ran up the slope to your right and then just past the Ant Mount and to the Stone Circle to get Talon Trot as early as possible. That was just what everyone decided you had to do to optimize that level. But yes, there you go. Let's figure out how well this did. And indeed, this is what the game tells you. So Gruntilda's Lair, I've picked up one of the Jiggies, and I've spent 4 minutes 15 in here. And 13:28! Bloody hell, that's a really bad run. Yeah, I could halve that. Back when I was at my best, I could flip... Well, not actually halve that. I could come close to halving that. Oh, that's embarrassing. A 13:28 to clear out Mumbo's Mountain. Yeah, I think my best ever time was 7:33. I never actually remembered to enter the N64 magazine competition, by the way, because this was in a time really before screen capture technology was widely available, before digital cameras were widely available. It was, you know, much harder to take images back in like the era of 1997. Well, maybe it wasn't in some more tech-savvy parts of the world, but I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so it was relatively hard and rare where I was. So I never actually entered, but I remember that I believe had I entered, I would have ended up, because for Mumbo's Mountain, because they got so many entries, they created a top 100 leaderboard, and I would have been about 77th. So I was quite proud of that. I think that's noteworthy. So there we are. That's me speedrunning, albeit incredibly badly. Yes, this is a note door, if Bottles is about to tell me. What do I have to hold down to make this go faster? I have to hold down A. So there we are. Because I got 100 and the note door requires 50, I'm allowed in. Basically, the notes is just your cumulative total of all the notes you've collected for all worlds. Now, because I did that, I can probably, if I wanted to, I bet I could skip forward to the next one. Where is the next one? Is that, I think it's on top of here. Yeah, I can. Let's see if I can just skip forward now that I could have, because this was the nice way this game operated. Which is, if you wanted to, there'd be nothing to stop you basically skipping forward a bit. Or does the game basically say you have to go into more than one world to... Yeah, 180 for the next one, fine. Alright, that shows me what I know. I needed to... I definitely can't just skip forward into past the next note door. But because it's 180 now, I've got 2 more worlds before... I've had possibly 3? 2 or 3? No, 2 more worlds. And I only need 2 jigsaw puzzles to open the next level. Treasure Trove Cove. And obviously Treasure Trove Cove lives inside a big treasure chest, which is wonderful. Oh, this game is just lovely in general. Go away, you. I don't know what you are, but I've decided you look different to me, so I'm going to murder you. What's down here? I'm trying to... I don't remember all the ins and outs of the lair. I'm trying to remember what this one is. Oh, yes, this is a little warp point, a transportation point, which is quite useful. And the thing about Mumbo's Mountain was obviously, because Mumbo's Mountain is the first world, you can't really kind of cheat and kind of go ahead and, like, say, get Mumbo tokens from elsewhere, because there are Mumbo tokens in Grunty's Lair. But because Mumbo's Lair, you need to be the termite, that means you need to collect all 5 Mumbo tokens within the level just to actually kind of get to the termite. So basically, you need to 100% complete it. You can't kind of cheat, because you don't actually need to complete. You don't need to collect all the Mumbo tokens for a 100% speed run. I think the rules say you didn't need to collect all the Mumbo tokens. It was just the Jiggies, the notes, and the honeycombs. But the Mumbo tokens in this case, you had to collect all of them purely because to collect all of them, you needed to activate Mumbo. So otherwise, you'd need to have come out and gone back in here. Though I guess arguably, could it theoretically have been faster had you actually ignored all the Mumbo tokens, collected enough notes and stuff to kind of get it past the first note door, and then collected Mumbo tokens elsewhere? No, I don't think that would be the case, because I don't think there's any Mumbo tokens that are so far out of the way that you'd be better off doing it that way. I don't think that could possibly be true. Oh no, there's nothing up here yet. This will just be, I'll show you the witchy switch and how it works in the next level, because we skipped that in this level. Because obviously, Mumbo's mountain speedrunning, you don't need to hit the witchy switch, because the witchy switch activates one of the jiggies in Grunty's lair, because there's 10 jiggies in the overworld, same as there are many stars in the overworld in Super Mario 64. But I think this game is better than Super Mario 64. I honestly do, because I just think it's a more nicely constructed game. It looks a lot nicer, even though it came out not much more than a year after Super Mario 64 came out. The visual improvement is staggering. It still kind of looks pretty nice today, albeit obviously I'm looking at the HD re-release, so I'm kind of cheating. But this is Treasure Trove Cove, and before we go in here, I just want to draw attention to something that I think was actually kind of wonderful about this game. So here we are in Grunty's lair, and you'll kind of hear the music playing in the background. That music is actually a slightly slowed down, kind of slightly, but not really very creepy version of the Teddy Bear's Picnic. That was the music that was playing in Grunty's lair. But this game had possibly the best dynamic music, and this game was a real pioneer in dynamic music. Because the thing that needs to be remembered about this game was, this was early N64. So before that, games had either been, before that, the Super NES and then the PlayStation. So, you know, the Super NES, which didn't really have the, didn't have much cartridge space for music, so music was still very kind of bleepy and 8 and 16-bit style. Then there was the PlayStation, which brought streaming music off the CD into the situation, which was fine. But the problem with streaming music off a CD was it meant you could have a soundtrack, but it was just a blank soundtrack. That was all you had. You just had the soundtrack. The N64, however, lived in a very happy place, which is, because it was a cartridge and not streaming off a CD, it could have dynamic music shifting. So, we've got the music here, but now, if I dive underwater, we instead go straight over to the underwater version of this music. And the moment we surface, back to the original, and as we walk to Treasure Trove Cove, we go over to the pirate version, and they just merge seamlessly into each other. And I know that doesn't seem like a big deal now, though there are many games today that still aren't this advanced in terms of kind of its dynamic music. This was just lovely at the time. This was pretty much the first game that did this properly. Super Mario 64 did do this, but nowhere near as well or in a kind of as a sophisticated way. Kind of the only level that kind of comes close in Super Mario 64 to this is... what was it called? What's the first water level in Super Mario 64? Where the music gets richer and deeper as you dive through the water into the cave at the far end. I cannot remember what it's called, but that was the only one that came close to this. But Banjo Kazooie is a real pioneer in terms of dynamic music as you shift from area to area. It's lovely. But anyway, let's go into Treasure Trove Cove, because Treasure Trove Cove, which I'm not speedrunning because I can't, because I never practiced speedrunning it, so I can't remember where everything is, I would say, probably my favourite level in all of computer gaming ever. This is actually my favourite level in all of gaming, and that's like, you know, I love this game, but this level in particular is just wonderful. The lovely tropical music track obviously helps out. It's still dynamically remixed as you go around, so you've kind of got, you know, the normal version here, but as we step forward towards this pirate ship, straight into a kind of a piratey remix there, which is absolutely lovely. But let's just skip forward to what makes this the best level in all of gaming, the easiest, fastest way I can show this off, which is if we just skip to the top of the pirate ship and just say, screw you, pirate, I don't actually care about you or any of your problems. Let's just speak to Bottles here and learn a new move. And it's time to learn how to fly. The flight in this game was wonderful. Because, of course, the flight in Super Mario 64, the red wing cap, you were basically just starting from a high place, but then you were then kind of slowly gliding downwards. Gaining height was very difficult to do. This game was just like gave you red feathers as a kind of an item that you could use up that let you just kind of gain altitude. And for the most part, while you did kind of lose height, you basically did just kind of, you could just fly around as much as you wanted to, which was lovely. Oh. And that really just lets you kind of enjoy this level here. So you can just kind of fly around this level and really appreciate that this here is just a massive open level. So we're now kind of to the right of where I started. And we can just fly around. If you want to, you can just kind of swoop down and get all these kind of different little collectibles. There's a Mumbo token. You can obviously pick up more red feathers on the fly, which is very useful, just kind of keep you flying. Because it really, kind of, you know, you maintained height pretty well, so it wasn't too difficult to kind of just kind of keep flying infinitely by just kind of flying into red feathers. So just pick up another one there, and, you know, we're still at 39. You can just kind of fly up to this area. And this whole area is just open. You can just fly around it as much as you want. And if you just spend a few red feathers, you can fly up to the top. This area, you normally have to kind of find a little kind of secret entrance that's in one of the caves. But if you want to just spend the red feathers, just fly to the top of the island. Why not? And just ground pound out of that. Top of the lighthouse. There you go. Got yourself that one. And then if we just kind of look around, the whole level just stretched out below us. And this is what the rebate was very good for. The draw distance is much better. Obviously, that's actually the boss of, or kind of the boss of the level down there on the beach. You would never have been able to see that in the N64 version, but this just really brings out how this area is just a big, lovely, fun area to play with. Oh, it's just nice. I mean, you can see there from there's a little kind of, that's a springy pad that I'd need to have kind of found bottles to teach me how to use to get up here normally, but as a result of the fact that I kind of just flew up here, the game said, you know what, you want to fly up here? You just fly up here. You just skip the normal way to go. Absolutely lovely. Ah, there's a witchy switch at the base of the lighthouse. So what happens if you hit those is it just fires a jiggy out of the cannon, and that's now in the overworld just outside where you enter the level. The little cutscene will give you a hint where it is. Sometimes they're kind of hidden away, so it's kind of hard to see where they are. The other thing I love about this area is, normally in a game, like in Super Mario 64, all the levels were basically just these big floating islands. Where, you know, for the most part, they basically said the reason why you can't leave the level is because there are, you know, there's just an infinite drop around levels. These levels are all just floating in space. They have big walls around them. Treasure Trove Cove is much more creative, so it just had an ocean in it. Why can't you just swim out into the ocean? Why? Because there's a shark that comes and eats you if you try, and he's quite fast. You can actually kill him. If you've got the, oh, he's quite fast, so he's quite difficult to get hold of, so you also need to go out into the sea to get a couple of things. You can theoretically kill him. It's quite difficult to do. Let's see if we can just make him appear, and then maybe just fire some eggs? No, eggs don't hit him. I think what you've got to do is later in the game, you get an ability called Wonder Wing, where you're invincible while you're using up gold feathers. You can lure him close to you and then jump into him with the Wonder Wing to kill him, and thereafter you can swim freely through the ocean, which is a lovely touch. I think that's a lovely, just a lovely little thing. Anyway, better go and see Bottles to learn a new move, his shock pad, because this was basically how the game forced you to learn new moves. Because new moves were how areas of Grunty's lair were kind of hidden away from you, so you needed to learn the new moves to access the later levels. Anyway, let's just take out the boss here. I think his name was Nipper. Was his name Nipper? Am I remembering that correctly? Hey, this is Nipper's beach. You find nothing without Nipper's help. Helpers then, Crustacean Brain? Good, cheeky bird needs feathers clipping. Alright, let's just murder him then. This escalated quickly. Feeble eggs, no match. Fine, so we just need to wait for him to stop snipping. And then we can just go in for a beak attack. And just clip him in the eyes. And then third hit pretty much just deals with him. So yes, we just basically went from him saying, hey, this is Nipper's beach, oh, I can help you find things, to us insulting him and then deciding, because he was annoyed that we insulted him, that we were going to murder him. That's basically how this went. Anyway, we can now go into his shell, which is cool. And he has some notes hidden in his shell. And also, would you believe it, there is, in fact, a Jiggy. Plus, there are small crabs. I'd like to think that is Nipper. Though there's two of them, which I always thought was a bit of a misstep. There should have just been one of them, because then you could have thought you've actually gone into murder the much reduced Nipper. Just if you kind of, you know, enjoy feeling like a monster. And you can hear in the background that there is a kind of very slow, sort of echoing version of the Treasure Trove Cove theme in here. Even for this little area that you only just kind of pop in to grab notes, they wrote a kind of a special remix of the Treasure Trove Cove theme, because every level in the overworld and in all of the world has its own version of the main theme that plays when you're in unique versions of it. It's just the music in this game. These are great songs which are constantly dynamically shifting to suit the mood of the area they're in. And that's just so much wonderful effort that went into it. So much glorious effort. Hello, yes, you're a mine. I should probably just, ow. Now over there, down to the right there, there's a big complex cliff path involving a whole lot of complex jumping to get around to a Jiggy. Or, once you've learned how to fly, you could just fly round. Because this game basically wanted to reward you for learning how to fly, because flying was awesome, and the game realised, you know what, it would be more fun if we just made flying as useful and awesome as possible. So there we are. We just flew straight to that, skipped all of that platforming to lead up to it. Jiggy! There's loads of interesting stuff to do in this level. You can kind of, you know, gather up an extremely sad hippo's treasure for him. Here you go, Captain Blubber. We've got it back for you. Or you can, you know, fix a bucket in order to get access to his secret sandcastle puzzle. Pretty much every puzzle in this game, by the way, is just enter Banjo Kazooie where possible. So, you know, just enter Banjo Kazooie. That's all you ever need to do. And of course, because Banjo Kazooie contains, for example, 3 O's, obviously flipping speedrunners have calculated the most efficient way to actually do this puzzle at all. But first, we need to defeat a black crab. Hello, yes, I'm just going to kill you now. There we go. That was the boss. Bosses in this game were not particularly hard. This was the one thing that I think Banjo Tooie definitely did better than Banjo Kazooie. It had bosses and they were really, really good fun. I should show off. I should do a video on Banjo Tooie. I should. Right, maybe I'll do that at some point pretty soon as well. Banjo Tooie is an imperfect game in many ways, and I prefer Banjo Kazooie an awful lot. But Banjo Tooie definitely did some things very, very well. I should show those off. Anyway, I think that's probably enough of this level. Let's go finish off the next level, because the next level I think really shows off how this game had some really interesting and very different level design. So out of this beautiful, open, tropical paradise where flying everywhere is rewarded we go, and using the spring pad that we've now learnt in the opening level, we can find the next jigsaw puzzle. And Clanker's Cavern opens up. And in we go to this brand new level. An incredibly different level here. So we jump down and we immediately basically jump into sludge. So other than grabbing a few notes and a Jinjo, there's nothing in this opening area. So instead just go over to this pool at the end of it and follow the notes by swimming down. And in a moment we will come through this little pipe and meet the thing that really makes this level, assuming I can just avoid missing. Assuming I can hit a single note. No, I'm going to miss every single note. Lovely. Hello, Clanker. He looks terrifying, but he's actually lovely. He is the witch's garbage grinder, but he doesn't like the dirty water. He wants some fresh air. Oh, the Clanker is beautiful. He's not bad at all. He's a good guy. He's a lovely guy, Clanker. He's just this massive metallic fish. And he's wonderful. And this is basically this level. This level is just this massive enclosed room featuring this massive lagoon that Clanker is kind of trapped in. And sure, there's kind of, you can see there's pipes up there that lead up a little bit. But basically, that is this level. It's this massive room. So from this huge tropical island through to this room where you've got this single huge underground room where you've got this massive... Well, I suppose he is a machine, but he's kind of living. He's alive. Clanker's a wonderful character. And indeed, he says he wants fresh air. And you can see... just there at the bottom, there's a massive chain holding him in place. So I think we know what our first big objective is. It's time to swim straight down into the pit. Obviously, you notice we have an oxygen meter, which is a bit of a problem. But down we go anyway. I'm sure we'll find a solution to our, not being able to breathe issue here. And indeed, in a moment, I think we'll stumble across Fishy the Fish. Come on, Fishy the Fish. Hello, Fishy the Fish. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry, you're Gloop. You're Gloop the fish, my mistake. And if we just go around after him, he will produce little air bubbles that we can swim into. Problem is, if you miss them, it is a bit of an issue because they don't last long, and I'm running out of air already. Oh, flip, 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 flip. I need to be hitting one of these air bubbles. Oh, flip. I'm missing all of them because they're 2D textures. Unfortunately, they're kind of... Oh, yes. Okay, I need to just concentrate on getting them. They have no real depth because they're 2D textures. So it's very difficult to see where they actually are, which is what makes this area incredibly difficult. I'm just going to ignore that one and just kind of get a good line up on the next one. Through the keyhole. We just need to do that a few times. Oh, flip. I'm just going to leave that one. If you go right behind... Oh, flipping out. These are so difficult to hit. Swimming in this game is complicated. And... oh, I got that one at least. And next one. There we go. Good. Now we're in good shape. Now we're on 5. We're alright for the minute at least. Okay. Now, through the key again. Sadly, he doesn't turn the key by going through it. And with a couple of... did I go through 2 or 3 times? I'm not sure. I went through a few times anyway. That releases Clanker. All he wanted was some fresh air, and now he's free and he rises up to the surface. I do like it when a game gives me a clear, understandable objective, and the clear, understandable objective is Clanker wants fresh air. Let's give him some fresh air. Now we can just swim right back up to the surface. 3 bubbles of air should be absolutely fine. Yep, that'll be plenty. Later in the game, there's like special oily water where your air goes down even faster, but not this. Oh, I love Clanker. He's wonderful because he's not static. He does kind of, he bobs. He bobs in the water. So, you know, sometimes all of his kind of fins are above water. Sometimes they're not. He's got a little kind of little blowhole where he's kind of actually got a bolt in it. They'll kind of blast up, and obviously rising it up to the top has a purpose too. So if we just kind of ride that up to the top in a second, then that will kind of let us access this area over here where there's some extra stuff. Obviously, because he rises and falls in the water, sometimes the notes and the jiggies can be easily just kind of walked into, but when he's at his low point, they can't be. They've got to be jumped into. But while he's at his lowest point, you can get all of them. It's lovely. Oh, he feels big and alive. Like, he's supposed to be like a big living creature that makes up part of the level, and he feels big and alive. He's lovely. I love him. I love Clanker. And you can climb his tail, but obviously his tail waves from side to side because he's doing a little kind of fishy swim, and I've just messed that one up. But you would be able to obviously get across to another little area where there's stuff there. Oh, and another beautiful touch. He looks at you. When you're wandering around on his face, his eyes follow you. He's kind of looking at you when you wander around on him, which is lovely. So we just kind of go over to one of these islands. I've accidentally started swimming there. My mistake. Yup. Out you come, onto the island. Then you'll notice that Clank has a couple of gold teeth, so he needs a little bit of dentistry doing. And indeed, that has knocked out one of his gold teeth. Ah, this tooth not hurt now. Obviously, you're not attacking him. Those are the teeth that needed replacing or something. There we go. That's both his teeth dealt with. This toothache this side is gone. Clanker swallowed reward. And indeed, not only that, but you can now swim through the hole you've created. And he will give you the reward on the little tooth you've demolished. There we go. And yep, we can go absolutely inside him, of course. Oh, crabs, crabs, crabs. Oh, he's got crabs. I'll tell you what else. This game, Nintendo could learn stuff from this game, because this came out in 1998, same year as Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where there was also the go inside a big beast type kind of plot going on, because they had inside Lord Jabu Jabu's belly in Ocarina of Time, the third dungeon, the final dungeon as Child Link. That go inside a giant creature made way less sense than Rare going inside Clanker, where in order to get into him you needed to cut a hole through his teeth to get inside. Or, remember that blowhole I went up down a second ago, you can actually, while that's been blasted out of the way, you can drop into that blowhole, which, you know, therefore there's multiple entrance points. The whole put a fish on the ground, Lord Jabu Jabu will suck you inside. That was always ridiculous. This is way better. This makes sense. And he's got a mouth, and obviously he's got a throat. He's got a throat. But these things hurt, by the way, so be a little bit careful of them. Go into a throat and you end up in his big, open kind of belly chamber. There we go. And he's got this kind of big inside flank, and you can see the inside of what is supposed to be kind of his... And he's got ribs. I don't know why he'd kind of have robot ribs. I guess they're kind of rivets acting as ribs, I guess, kind of. And if we go down this way, then we'll find there's another little exit that we can go through. And indeed, you can go out through his gills, which close and open all the flipping time. You'd have just gone through those at any point once he's able. You don't need to go through his teeth. You can just go through that way. Anyway, let's just wait for that blowhole thing. I think I'll show that off while we're here. And just hop inside once that's off. And that drops you very nicely onto this here area where we can activate the witchy switch. So for the first time, the witchy switch hasn't just activated a puzzle, it's actually activated a little thing I need to do. So obviously we've got this hall of whirling blades, but that's fine. Let's just screw it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure everything will be fine. Through to the jiggy. Boom. Still, that's enough of Clanker's Cavern. Let's actually see the first puzzle to unlock a level. So they get a little bit more complicated in time. You see now, all of a sudden, we have to activate this thing. We are on, if I recall correctly, and the camera doesn't help. Actually, are we on a timer? I thought that was on a timer. I may be mistaken. I always thought this was on a... Maybe it used to be. Maybe they changed it. Maybe they thought Banjo Kazooie was too hard, which would be a very strange thing to think, because Banjo Kazooie is not hard at all. Banjo Kazooie is very easy. I don't think it's supposed to be hard. Banjo Kazooie is just supposed to be fun. And up here, we get a new switch to activate that grate there. And that grate lets us through to the next little picture puzzle. So yeah, they're getting a little bit clever at hiding them. I mean, it's not exactly a terrifying puzzle that, you know, you would need some sort of genius level IQ to find, but it's just a little bit more hidden away than it was. It just makes the overworld more interesting. The cast in Super Mario 64 was not desperately interesting. I find this overworld a lot more interesting. Anyway, let's just fill this in quickly. And that opens up Bubble Gloop Swamp. Another very different level, this time where it's kind of like the lava level, if you like. This game doesn't actually have a lava level, but this is kind of like the lava level because the swamp acts like lava. You can't really go through it. It's a bit more difficult to navigate. And so we enter a new area with a massive witchy statue on her, or indeed she is telling us to go one of two directions. We can either go up to, I'm pretty sure that'll be another note door up there, or indeed that is the way to Bubble Gloop Swamp. But instead of pushing on any further, I'm going to show you what happens if you leave the game, because it actually shows you what ultimately happens to your sister, which I do quite enjoy. If you save and quit, the game basically says you just lost. Obviously, you can reload that save file, and Tootie's no longer been turned into a monster. But like every time you quit the game, it shows you the kind of your sister being turned into a monster cutscene anyway. And that is what Gruntilda has been turned into. Mumbo, of course, immediately shows up just to kind of offer her flowers. Mumbo, you traitor. And that is what Tootie has been turned into. It's quite a creative game over screen, I'll give it that. Instead, I want to finish off by giving one more go to speedrunning Mumbo's Mountain. I think I can do flipping better than a 1328. That was embarrassing. I can do better than this. I can do better. Let's do this one more time in this new save file. Alright, Mumbo's Mountain, let's do this. I'm going to do my inefficient route again because I haven't practiced the better one, so I don't know the better way. But I've learned some stuff from doing this, so it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. You'll notice I've got one less health than I did previously. It's because I didn't bother picking up the, That's because I didn't bother picking up the extra honeycombs in Spyro Mountain. I just wanted to hurry and get on with this. Alright, now, go over here, over to the thing, and jump over to you. Okay, Jinjo number 1. Back over to the bridge. Yep, that's fine. Go over here. I don't think rolling is faster. It's not like Ocarina of Time where rolling will get you kind of some advantages. Actually, potentially being hit by him could actually get you a very small advantage. That's actually interesting. Hello. Throw an orange, you bastard. You didn't... Okay, he did throw an orange. Yeah. Throw an orange. There we go. Grab an orange on the way past. And in a moment, doesn't matter if I lose some health. Get me that one. Yep, fine. And lovely. I actually managed to get it within the cutscene there. That saves me like a second or two. Now, this time I've just... Yes, I know you're a bloody jiggy. I also know bottles. Okay, now, this time I can take the orange straight to Chimpy. I don't need to go out of my way. I'm slightly injured, but that's fine. Bottles will give me a heal in the moment. It's actually better to never be injured, because otherwise Bottles will speak to you a moment longer, saying, hey, you look injured, I'll heal you up. If you can avoid that, you will actually save a couple of seconds. Okay, forward and up. Yep, lovely. Bottles. There you are, got a health top up, albeit at the cost of the game actually therefore tells you you're getting a health top up, which slows you down a little bit. Right, grab the Mumbo token, ignore everything else, go round, time to defeat Conga. Oh, the camera. Tap you, camera. Oh, no. That's going to cost me seconds. It's always the camera's fault in this game. Blame the bloody camera. Oi, have some eggs. And he'll throw an orange. Yep, fine. Have some more eggs. And he'll throw 2 oranges. Oh, don't knock me off, though. And that's... Oh, much faster that time. I don't know why he took so long to take down that time. It should be only 3 hits, though. I'd fire a flurry of 3 eggs. That just saves you a tiny bit of time just on the off chance. It just makes sure you hit, because sometimes you're not allowed to hit him. Now, he will continue, of course, throwing things at me. Now, at this point, the camera should now be cooperating again. I can now run and get the Talon Trot, which, of course, people who do this game properly will do straight away, but that's fine. Up top, and this time immediately bear left for more Talon Trot. Yep, more Talon Trot. Okay, Talon Trot. Now, never stop Talon Trotting. Got to get the notes. She is a little bit all over the place. It's not the easiest thing in the world to control. Got Jinjo. Got to get Mumbo token around the back, grab the Jiggy, move straight the hell on. Boom. Right, next Jiggy. Now, got to clear out the hill next. The hill, which is quite tricky to do unless you're, oh, flip, good at this game, which I'm not. Oh, you see, I just missed one there. I need to get that one on the way back. That's a 3. You basically need to just kind of just very slightly twist the analog stick so that you get all of them without falling off the front, ideally, which is quite difficult to do because she's a little bit tricky to control. Oh, this is an inefficient route. Right, right the hell away. Got a Jinjo over there. Got to go back this side for that one that still hasn't got. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've had worse. I've had worse than that. Right, now, into the ant mound, get the Mumbo token. Mumbo token straight back out. Boom, lovely. And up to the village. This time, don't waste time jumping on top of anything. Get the Beak Buster first. Now, if I recall correctly, you don't actually need to... Yeah, you can just get on top with a kind of a quick flap. You don't actually need to be doing a kind of a big kind of jump, because that actually takes longer. Coming out of Kazooie mode takes a while, so it's easy just to do it as a single kind of jump. So jump, jump, stab, Jinjo, jump over that guy, over here, jump on top, and there's the thing. That's an extra life, don't need that, and there's another one. That's good. That's a good village clear out. Next, this guy, the Juju chappie. Yes, you're a totem pole. Oh, if you're really lucky, you can get 2 of them in a row, and we go. Now, on top of you, grab that, and then just use a flurry of 3 eggs to take him out. Straight in the middle, get it straight away. Always be standing on the exact point where it's going to spawn, which is helpful. Now, underneath here, for the 5th Mumbo token. Into the eye for that thing. Beautiful. There we go. Now, before we go inside, I should probably... Oh, is it faster to do this as a termite? I don't know if it's faster to do this as a termite, but just in case... Oh, the camera. Always the camera is what betrays you in this game. I don't know... I'm not sure whether it's faster to do that as a termite or if it's faster to do this with a Talon Trot. But just in case, I'm going to do it like this. 3. That's a good 3. I think leaping into them from above is actually not a bad idea, actually. Okay, that's 3. That is a Jiggy. 8, so that's only the one on top of the ant mound and the Jinjos remaining, right? Is that all of them? Yes, I think that's all of them. Lovely. Oh, I haven't got this one yet. Glad I spotted that. I've got to the end of the level, just been like, wait a minute here, and become a termite. Unless, of course, I hit the, like, 0.01 chance of becoming a dishwasher, which happened at random, and indeed, if it happened during a speedrun, basically screwed up a speedrun, which was very hard. Now, this thing is actually pretty fast, which is good. There's nothing actually in here. Straight out again. There may be an argument for saying it's actually faster to do things. Shouldn't hit that guy, but never mind. It might be faster to do things as a termite than it is as Banjo Kazooie, but it doesn't look like he's moving as fast as the Talon Trot. Now the question is, can I nail the jumps? Because the jumps are quite tricky because the camera refuses to cooperate half the time. Yeah, you flippin' see. Not easy. Right, hang on. Right, that's all the notes. Next set of jumps. This guy can just cling to walls like crazy. And through. I think this one's easier, yeah, because there's not a final jump to actually get up to the one that's there. And that is it. Yep, that's pretty clean. You can definitely do better than that, but that's fairly clean. And up to the top here, obviously I just cling to the inside, just try and avoid hitting that. Skip up there. That is all of the jiggies. If you're a termite, you don't have to watch the animation because there's no special animation for that. Get the 2nd honeycomb and then down underwater because this guy sinks for 97 and then up to 100. That is such a better run. That is such a better run. Now make it for the exit. Now let's see how that compares to my best possible time. And we just need to get out of here. Yep, screw you. I don't care. And away we go. Whew. That's not bad. 9:43. That is not bad at all. I definitely see where I could have kind of shaved off quite a bit of time there, but I got under 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes to complete Mumbo's Mountain. I am pretty happy with that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it there. But, oh, Banjo Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie is wonderful, and Rare Replay is just... If you haven't got Rare Replay and you've got an Xbox One yet, why the hell not? Banjo Kazooie, Jet Force Gemini, Viva Pinata, probably other good games. I haven't even got around to playing it. I haven't even played Cameo Elements of Power yet, and I always kind of wanted to play the game, but just never got around to it at the time. So yeah, I'll probably play that at some point too. And Banjo Tooie, the sequel, that's also very good, albeit has a few problems. Oi! Oi, leave me alone. I'm a termite like you. Banjo Tooie has problems, but it's still a very, very good game. And I have no doubt whatsoever that I will play that at some point on the channel too. So, expect more from this franchise sooner or later. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John. It's been many a true nerd. And this has been the absolutely delightful Banjo Kazooie and me doing a bit of completely ill-advised and very rare speedrunning. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Okay, now I don't want to be insensitive right now, but the best thing you can do is stamp on her head until it's mush. Get the gun. No, 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 do not just walk past the gun. Oh yeah, the door with the bloody handprint on it. That's going to go well. Eleanor, come on. Eleanor, where the hell are you? Oh God, you're the worst person ever.